Alright, you guys want to make your guesses on who you think the culprit is?
Yeah, I think
remember
Hibiki did it. I think Hibiki
You think
did
Hibiki?
it.
Alright, second question. Do you think who killed was a void member?
I don't think
No,
Hibiki's void.
No.
And I do think
Don't think it was a void
Setsuka is. Equipped
So far, you guys have not gotten any of
actually
them
running
right.
out of.
I don't
never
think
mind,
you've
thought it
gotten.
was 32.
I got Yuri died. I said Yuri was gonna die.
You got Yui right, but everyone else, I guess Setsuka too. But the culprit wise, you guys haven't gotten anyone right yet. So.
Yes,
No.
but also we technically got it wrong because we thought it was going to be a double murder.
That is also true.
And I do believe, I don't remember who I said.
said-
I remember is if it was only one person, it was going to be X person. But I don't remember who I said.
Kanade.
I think you said Hibiki.
I don't think I said Kanade. If I said it was going to be a double murder with Hibiki and Setsuka, but if it was going to be one person, it was going to be one of the two. I don't remember who that was.
Because you said the twins aren't making it past. They're like one.
I
of the
did
twins
say
are-
the twins are not making it past this chapter. At the very least, one isn't.
At
I
the
would be
very least-
so shocked if both twins make it to chapter 4.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, if it's not her, then who?
I don't
Aroha?
know.
It's the only other
I
person I
do-
could think of it being.
I was so
Because it'd be Mikado. Just hello, hi, bye.
happy when we found the fucking hairpins because I was waiting for it. I'm like, what are they gonna talk about? And it was like when the clash was like time for the clash, I'm like, what are the fucking hairpins? And then they're like, yo, they're there.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Here we go.
Let's go.
We're showing the basic rules of the quest trial. Result of this quest trial is determined by your votes, yada yada. We've read this like 1,000 times. Normally they would be punished. Wrong person. Everyone excluding the back end gets punished sexually, and they will be able to escape the school trip.
Excuse me?
Oh no.
Excuse me, dude. Imagine you said that, and I was like, wait, what? This is Mikado's idea, not mine. What is this place anyway? Why was this place always this huge?
There's just less people.
It's probably
Yeah.
because there's a lot less of us now.
Right, 5 already died. There's only 11 left.
Once again, it's usually 6 have died at this point.
Yeah, this is the first.
So, hey.
A
Dude,
dang
look at
Rampa
Kanade.
first. Yep, look at her. Oh, she's fine.
This is creepy.
They all left us, one by one. Not 2 by 2 this time.
Not 1 by 2.
You're right, it's 1 by 2.
1
Or
by
maybe
1 by
2 by 1, maybe.
I guess it would be 2 by 3 because the killer would be.
You're
as
right,
well.
it'd be... So, is that 3 by 1, or is it
It
3 by 2?
so it would be.
So it'd be 3 by 2, because 3 people died, but there's 2 different scenarios, because 2 people got killed and 1 person's the killer. So they die later, which makes it 2 different scenarios, so it's 3 by 2.
Okay.
Yes. What are you talking about? Everyone, we're just standing here. Let's put away our negative thoughts for now. If we don't get a hold of ourselves, we could be very well following the footsteps of those 5.
He's right. We need to only focus on finding the culprit.
Right, Hibiki? Yeah.
Yeah, about that. I really have no idea this time. Can we really solve the case this time? I was too busy, like,
No,
killing the body.
Kanade. Oh no!
Do
don't
not
rely. On Kanade.
The second you start relying,
We
she's gonna
have
be like,
Kanade.
I don't
Be-
know.
She did most of the heavy lifting last time, so for this case,
She did most of the heavy lifting for both. Which is why I thought it was weird that she's still not dead yet.
Well, Kokoro was like, dude, it's fucking.
I mean, Kokoro did
one of the-
most of the helping, but there was a large, like, I still think in terms of pure lines, Kanade talked the most. In the
Oh,
first
dude, it's
trial.
fucking hard
And
to
that
make.
she definitely did for the second.
Yeah.
Guys, the culprit's obviously Mitch. And what if Kanade's the culprit? Dude, even Yuki's like,
Have you
he's
thought
the
about
culprit.
that?
Then I guess it would be the end for us. What happened to your happy-go-lucky state, Roha? Because Kokoro's already dead, and if it weren't for Kanade last time, we'd all be dead. If that Kanade's our enemy, then that means we have no brains on our side. Anyway, okay,
Hey!
fuck you.
Hey, I helped!
I take offense to that.
I said no, that's wrong a lot. Oroha, don't be so sure of that until the very end. Don't give it up. Yeah, don't give up on us just yet. Alright? Even if each of us aren't perfect on our own, that's why the trial exists. For us to debate through this together.
I couldn't have said it better myself. They say well begun is half done. I'd say this is one of our better start-offs, so that means... Would you believe it? We've already halfway through! Alright, that lifts my spirits up. I'll do my very best in this trial as well. We got the suspension.
You're like halfway through the game?
Yeah, we got the suspension right there. Trial suspended, we saved.
Oh, we did it.
Shutting up is the best thing you could do for us, so shut it! Quiet, everyone. Shinji's right. Let's get this thing together and find the culprit.
And once again, Hibiki is one of the few people to not say a word yet.
Here comes Shobai to say something. So is all my characters. That's what Setsuko would say if she was here, right?
I just think it's pretty goofy that if you didn't switch with Hajime, I mean, you still would have lost Emma, but you've lost not as many characters as Cookie and I. We both lost 2. You've lost 1.
1, yep.
And I feel like I'm about to lose another.
Well,
we'll see.
It's the way the wheel goes.
And our other social butterfly, Hibiki, is in, well, that state. Don't worry about it, sis. Oh, don't worry about it, sis. She's just a bit sorry. She'll be okay in a while.
Yeah, she didn't have the time to,
hopefully,
go through the whole mourning period part, because she kind of skipped that part.
She, like, forgot everything or whatever.
Alright, let's start this thing.
Oh, yeah.
But, as always, finding the best place to start is the hardest task.
Quick, Oroha, blame someone, and let me tell you you're wrong. See?
Mr. and Mrs. Culprit, please raise your hand.
See? I was kind of close.
That's an Ishimaru moment in the first trial. If you did it, raise your hand!
I thought it was worth a try.
You're right. It was worth a try.
As an Ishimaru fanboy, I appreciate you.
It is worth
on
a
his
try.
The worst that can happen is nothing, which is most likely what happens.
Well, the worst could happen is like someone who just doesn't care anymore.
Someone lies, says it was me, you both die.
Exactly.
That's the worst that could happen.
That is the worst that could happen.
Well, we should
That's
go over the
pretty
basic
bad.
outline of the case.
Wait, there's something I want to clear up first.
Yuki, what is it?
You all wear your Monaco file, right? The file this time around is honestly very poorly written.
Shinji
Yeah, there's
behind.
they misspelled one of the words in there.
It's sharp instead of sharp.
I mean, it doesn't even show the time of death.
Didn't last time
Shinji's
either.
like, Shinji the bear. I love Shinji.
It didn't either, but that's because the person specifically messed with the body.
Yeah. Did it?
Wait, but didn't Kokoro's case file also hide the time of death from us?
That's because Kokobo's corpse was frozen, making it difficult to determine the exact time of death. In Yomi's case, it was clearly different. Except for exceptional cases, it should be given that the time of death should always be shown to us.
Monocro, care to explain this?
But I'm the one at fault again.
You're clearly hiding important information that's crucial for us to figure out what's going on in this case. Yuriko, please, there's no need for such harsh words.
She didn't even curse once.
Monaco files aren't your gaming walkthroughs. Sometimes we're forced to leave some details out.
What do you mean by that?
What's a gaming walkthrough?
Let me explain. Well, in short, it's for the fairness of the trial. There are 2 cases where the Monaco file leaves out information. First are cases where it's just simply impossible to include that information. Prime example being Koko's fortune body, making it impossible to find the time of death. And the other cases where the missing detail is exactly what the culprit intended.
Wait, come again?
For example, let's say our code used some trick so that we couldn't easily determine the murder weapon. But then if the Monaco file says the murder weapon was a knife, all that hard work done by the culprit would go to waste. No? So in these cases, we intentionally leave out information about the murder weapon.
And I assume you also don't know what it is that you're choosing to leave out, correct?
Well, he doesn't know. He's just telling you how it works. Or at least make it very vague.
What? First time I've heard of such a rule.
Because up until now, there's no need for that rule.
This is exactly as Mikado said. This case is such an example of that rule.
This also follows the thing with the last game, because it's hiding the time of death,
Yeah.
which was the whole thing in the other trial. How is it fair? You're giving the culprit an edge.
We can assume they died based off the entrance records, but they could have already been dead.
Yeah, maybe. It's weird how they apply like corpses as people, and as
Usually
not
they just
people.
don't.
Exactly. That's my point.
So, like, I guess you could just use their handbook to make them go in there for that purpose. Because there was nothing against using someone else's handbook to have them both go in if they're dead.
No, not entirely. If they hit the time of death, that means there was a reason to do so by the culprit.
In other words, when did Setsuka actually die? We should start from there. Alright.
Okay, let's hear our options. I'm thinking of some stuff. Don't you have a thing that just like eliminates ones?
That is an
Or was that
ability from
Shobai?
somebody. That might have been Shobai's. Might have also been
Yeah.
Nikei's.
No, Showbuzz was the oh.
When did Setsuka die? Sorry.
The last time we saw Setsuko in person,
It was during the breakfast meeting.
And we found the corpse around 8 in the evening, right?
So between morning and evening. Isn't that too long of a gap?
we can't help that. There was no witness who saw Setsuko after breakfast. Between when we last saw her and the time of discovering of her death. We have to randomly source between those timestamps.
No, I think it's Ghost House Gate Records then.
It could be. Didn't Aroha meet with her? Was she
No.
going to? No, she waited for
She
her.
was going to, but she never
Another
found
way
it.
to estimate the time of Setsuka's death.
So-
Body was
so-
found at the ghost house. One way or another, must have entered there. Next clue related to that, we could probably better
Yeah.
estimate her time of death.
It went that Aroha was supposed to meet her, but she never showed up. So she went to look for her, and as she was going to look for her, she saw Hibiki go into the ghost house. So, and that's when you ran.
No, that's wrong!
Didn't use this to tell when she died. About. Cool.
I'm gonna get an S score. I don't even know if it exists. That's my goal. I'm gonna get all the crow credits.
Crow call.
I
I remember I was watching it, I'm like, I will never call them crow cars, and I was just.
And then we did. We did it.
You're
We
there, your
failed.
mono. Well, it's because they gave us like 500, and I didn't think that was what it was gonna be.
Yup. We failed.
But-
We failed to live up to our ideals. We accepted influence.
Yeah. Well, also, I didn't think it'd be such like a thing that they talked about in game so
yeah,
much.
they never talked about mana coins in the main game.
I
Ever.
thought it was just gonna be the same thing, but then it's like, well, they actually are a thing now. So
I mean, they talked about him a little bit in the first one with playing poker, not poker, playing the slots.
Yeah.
And this one, they're outwardly talking about it in the trials, but that's, you know. No, Nikkei,
Yeah.
perhaps you could narrow that time frame further.
Huh?
There was something that came to me while I was investigating. Shinji actually helped me with something.
Yeah.
Setsuka's body was found in the ghost house, right? So by looking at the gate records, we can probably deduce something.
Agreed. After all the attractions at Suzuki Land requires us to input our handbooks.
That's right, Yuki. Let me pull your antenna.
What?
When he was being
And the gate keeps track of all those records down to every minute.
in the free time event. Wait, the gate does record timestamps, but they don't show whoever was entered, so we don't know which of those records Setsuka was the one that didn't leave.
No, not exactly. Just like Shore said, we can assume the time period that Setsuka died during the gate records.
Kanade. So, you could assume the time range just from the gate records?
Sure, did you perhaps happen to write down the gate records?
Well, yes, I did.
Now we're talking. Please everyone, take a look at this.
Dude, I think the thing I like the most in this world is someone who's typically mean to everyone, but is nice to just me. And that's you, Kanade. You're nice to me. That makes me feel like, oh, this person's
Dude.
smart.
Just like fucking Sarugi.
Exactly. The mean person is nice to me. It makes me feel accepted. There we go.
But why do you want to be accepted by the
These are the-
that no one likes? That doesn't like anybody.
I don't know.
These are the what makes you feel like, hey, at least they like me, you know?
Their whole thing is like
These are the-
everyone's stupid, but not this guy. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm the exception.
Yeah. Do these gatemakers at the ghost house for the day. Wait, you sure you got everything right?
Yup.
If you by any chance got anything wrong, we'll be on a wild goose chase.
Shinji was with me and saw me wrote everything down.
Oh, I didn't.
Tell them, Shinji. The fuck are you talking
Don't
about?
worry. It matches with the real one. I have it perfectly memorized. Oh, of course you do. If you say so. Since the timestamps are very crucial to this case from now on, let's always order the 24-hour clock to avoid confusion.
But that only makes me more confused.
Now, let's go over them by one now. The most important ones are the ones between 1755 and 1942. These 4 ID records at 1958 are when Showa, Shinji, Yuki, and I found the body. So we can ignore these.
Wait, if these are the records for the whole day, then does that mean the first time anyone entered the ghost house today was at 1755?
Correct. And somebody else soon followed 2 minutes later. KU5P01. This was Party Setsuka.
How can you tell just from the timestamps?
Oh, I see. The ID had an out records. Oh, this ID. This must have been Setsuka, who entered the ghost house and was murdered there. Exactly. In other words, the murder couldn't have happened at any point before 1755, where the ghost house was first used by someone.
This is all heavily working under the assumption this is where she died.
I mean, that's what you guys were working under.
Yes.
So,
Wait, but these 4 records at 1958 don't say any out records as well. Well, that's when we
I mean,
found
did we
the
find
body.
any other places where she could have died?
The pool?
The question mark?
I don't know. Wait. Oh yeah, they were the gate systems when a body's found.
See, you caught yourself. Oh,
I almost stopped the F-bomb on you.
Holy shit,
Can't
you
be
did?
avoiding that in time.
Just gonna screenshot that. I think I like that.
Hilarious.
Almost
That is a
dropped the
good screenshot.
F-bomb on you, bro. Dude, that's...
Oh, dude, there's another really funny one in this trial that I can't wait for them to say.
I
so
want to
excited
hear
for it.
this voice so bad. When are they gonna make the next chapter? She's like, oh no, she almost cussed at me.
Is this fucking bitch for real? The caucasity of this bitch, honestly. So, let's see. We can assume that the person who entered at 1755 is the culprit. They somehow managed to call Setsuka to the ghost house and entered before her. He probably ambushed her as soon as she entered.
Yep, so the time of Setsuka's death would be between 1755 and 20 o'clock when the body was found.
Yep.
There's a long time period before anyone else entered the ghost house since Setsuka entered. The culprit party used this time to dismember the Sakuchiga's body.
Dismembered? It's just thinking about it. Ugh.
Wait, what? Something felt a little off just now. We received a message from Setsuka right before the parade. She had some business to attend. That was when she had gone from the ghost house to meet the culprit. Wait, isn't something...
Wait, something's wrong here.
That's my line!
What?
Gee, just remind me by bringing up the chat room. Setsuko was ambushed from entering the ghost house at 1755. What's with the message she sent long after that?
Oh, you mean the one you guys told me about, the devil or whatnot?
That was around 8 in the, I mean, 20 o'clock.
You know, thanks. I needed that.
What is it?
Nothing. I just can't help but marvel at stupidity, Yoriko.
She's back. She's back in business.
Yeah, she is.
Look to the right of her, just fucking a Miki.
Yeah.
Like, I'm scared of her, but I love her. She's so entertaining. Like, when I started this game, I did not think that this is what we would be getting. Her being the most active person in the trials is not what I thought. Never in a million years. Never, ever.
What did you say?
Can we just go over this? Who cares what the screen says about whoever sent the message? Obviously, the culprit stole the handbook from Tatsuka to send us that message.
He's right. If you can use the fingerprints to turn the handbooks on, then send as many fake messages as you like. Yeah. True. Just like how Emma acted as Kokoro.
Yeah, you only need the fingerprint to turn it on. You don't need it to use it.
Oh, wait, fuck. Well, there's something else that's bothering me. That's a beaky. You kind of sus as fuck. Yeah, the culprit entered at 1755, and she got 1767. Who's the person that entered at 1924 and then left at 1936?
That's probably me. Kanade and Aroha should remember that, right? That was when we were searching for Setsuka in Block A.
Oh, you're right. You've gone to the ghost house.
Wait, what? Has she never seen the culprit?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, think about it. The culprit entered at 1755 and left at 1942. If what Kanai said it was true, she had stayed inside of the ghost house to kill the body. That means the culprit was in there when you entered the ghost house. How the fuck did you miss this?
That's what I was wondering about, Nikkei. If Kanade's reasoning is true, then I should have seen the culprit.
The ghost house had a blackout at the time, correct? Maybe you missed them in the darkness. And there's also the thing that was like hiding.
There's no way that could have happened. I searched every corner. And I don't think you can miss someone, even in the dark, who's cutting up a whole human body. But it was you, so...
No, are you sure you searched everywhere?
Did you search behind the thingy?
Of course, I know it was dark, but...
No, not then. After the body was found, when you were investigating. The lights were definitely on, so if you searched through it, you should have seen that place, right?
That place... Was there any room for the culprit to hide, to take care of the body? She's talking about that place in the entrance.
Oh my god.
This is it. Talking about the folding screen near the entrance? So you're suggesting that the culprit hid behind that.
Exactly. I'm sure you've all seen it, but the trail of blood in the ghost house all originates from a large pool of blood. Behind the folding screen. The culprit moved in the folding screen from the wall to create a small room between them. If the ghost house being dark, it would be extremely difficult to figure out whether there was someone room behind it.
Oh, that's where the culprit was cutting up Setsuka?
But there was a blackout at the ghost house. Could someone really perform such a delicate process in a dark room like that?
That's not really a problem. Only 3 people, Setsuka, the culprit, and Shaw, entered the ghost house. All they do was to finish the job before 1923 when Shaw entered the ghost house.
So that would also explain the fireplace being out.
And it doesn't contradict with our parade schedule.
Could someone sort this out for me? I have no idea what's going on. Okay, give me your notepad.
Oh no.
It's simple. It's simple. The portion that entered at 1755 and left at 1942. That portion is the culprit. I don't know who that is, but...
And this is the part where they're like, oh my god, I saw Hibiki go in, so it has to be her. And then that's like the red herring.
I hope so.
So you should ask for everyone's alibi at that time.
People who don't have an alibi would be...
And who are those people?
Me, Yuki, Yoriko, Shinji, and Kanade. And Nikkei.
Nikkei? I thought you said you were gonna act alone.
I was there for the article tonight. I didn't expect them to be there. And don't try to divide us into separate teams. This is not a time for Portsmouth Phillies to get involved.
Wait, you forgot me.
No we didn't. Sorry, Iroha, we didn't forget you.
Iroha, but you weren't with us at the parade.
Well, she did meet up with us right after the parade had ended, so she does have an alibi. The culprit left the goat's house at 1942, so she couldn't have been the culprit.
Thank goodness.
To the ones who want it. Damn, so Warhawk's innocent? Okay, well anyway. Mikado Tuya Sobai. Insist. Insist.
So the culprits amongst these four?
Well, 4.5. Let's just put Iroha in both groups for now.
I mean, she was there when the culprit left. I mean, I don't know.
The timeline points her out to not be the culprit, but we literally didn't see her.
True.
So she's
And
still
not one,
suspicious of something. Well then, we don't even have to think about this. It's either Makoto or Shobai. That is your thing!
You know, and this
Every
didn't say
trial.
it was Hey, you know what? I respect it. He didn't suspect Shinji. I mean, he didn't expect Taruya, so I expect it.
But, Cookie, every single time he's been screaming Makoto or Shobai every trial.
I respect this decision. They are the assholes. I respect it. Wait, do we have to think about this? We have to think thoroughly about this, bro. Please don't be actually by your emotions. Don't pour Kaito on me.
Yuki, did you call me reckless? You were definitely right. I shouldn't act on my emotions.
Alright, enough chit-chat over there, you four. How about going tell us what you were doing between 1755 and 1942? You mean like Aroha and her and Taruya?
Makoto, Taruya, Shobai, Hibiki. I mean...
So my character,
it's
like
one of
all
mine.
my characters, and then yours, and it's like you're the killer? That would be hilarious. It's either 3 of your guys or 1 of mine. But
I mean,
it's 1 of
it's
mine.
just... By the way that the wheel is gone, you're voicing all these, like, obviously going to be important characters. Makoto, Taruya, Shobai. People who are clearly at least getting to the 4th trial. Yoriko, who probably will. You know?
Yeah.
Put 8 hours on the clock. Probably a Roha's account.
About Hibiki. What were you four doing then? I was simply in my room raising my MP.
We're serious here, you scum!
I was at the mart doing my item checkup. I don't have any proof, though.
Just where were you all day?
I don't know. I really don't. I didn't go anywhere today.
Oh yeah? Fuck you, Aroha's account. Okay.
Shobai, it's your turn.
Library, reading books. Oh, he's not sleeping for once.
I like to see the whole thing.
Oh.
We'll follow Kanade's reasoning. There's definitely a suspicious person out of these 4. Must be someone here that's lying. Let's go over them one by one. I'm hoping that we're covering this early, so that means it's not her.
I mean, we kind of covered Emma's Oi, and you know.
Give me hope.
turned
They
into
really,
DM
they
anyway.
really said, looks like Mikado is really hard to fucking read.
No, that's wrong.
You mean you don't remember?
Hibiki, wait. So you're telling me you didn't go anywhere today? Then how do you explain the existence of a witness seeing you enter the ghost house? What? Aroha said that she saw you there, right, Aroha?
Oh yeah, I saw her a little bit before 18 o'clock, as I was going to the Mirror Mansion after receiving a message from Setsuka. Wait, 1755, that matches with the timestamp on the gate. That's when I saw her, I'm sure of it.
What?
Hibiki entered the ghost house at 1755. Are you sure about that, Iwaha?
I'm positive, it was definitely Hibiki. She wandered about until finally entering that place.
What are you talking about? I never entered there. I never went there.
So, what are the possibilities that it was like Kanade dressed as Hibiki?
Well, considering around
Impossible,
that
because Kanade
time,
was with us. Was it Kanade with us?
Kanade showed up a little bit late.
That's what I'm saying.
But the handbooks
person
can't
didn't
lie.
What if she used someone else's handbook?
How?
I don't know. She fucking stole her fingerprints somehow.
Also,
Getting it
wouldn't
stolen
that
is
not
against the
change?
rules, isn't it?
Perhaps
Yeah.
Hiroha mistook someone else for Hibiki. She's an idiot after all. I hear that from the likes of you.
Anyway, what was I saying? What was that account has some validity, though? Part of our account was already told to us by even before the crime happened. But she was supposed to meet with the studio at the Mill Mansion at 6. It turned out both from a location and time standpoint. It does sound persuasive.
Then what does this mean?
Hibiki's the culprit? Why am I the culprit? No, I'm not! I don't remember anything. I just can't recall anything. I'm scared. Suka, help me.
Just wake up. Chica's not here anymore. You fucking killed him.
I know I'm the one who caused this, but maybe we should think about this a bit. Excuse me? A bit more. Hibiki's been tired ever since yesterday's motive reveal, and to make things worse, Suka's no longer with us. To comfort her. I'm not saying that my account's false, but the trial's just started. And I can't help but feel bad for Hibiki. You got a point, but...
Well, you can't deceive the gate records, bitch. That's facts and logic. The crime did happen in the ghost house. And by the gate records, the person who entered at 755 is the culprit. And Hibiki is that person.
Hibiki, if you're really innocent, answer us. What were you doing at the time?
I don't know. I can't remember. I just can't.
My, it seems like we have a total... What?
Ability.
Ability on our hands?
Like babybility? Like liability plus baby? Bability?
I think I've heard of this word before.
I've never heard of this word
It just means a
before.
situation where someone's acting like a baby.
Okay. I don't know why I wouldn't just say a baby.
Well, I think we're pretty much done here, as Yuki said. The gate records are the source of evidence. Time to vote for Hibiki! She didn't do anything to be caught by the gate records. There's no doubt that she's the culprit. Well.
But don't you think she's acting a bit weird if she's the culprit? Kanade, what do you think about this? She's your family. Do you think she's the culprit?
To be honest, I figured this would happen since the investigation.
What do you mean?
It just was always like that.
Like, forgetting stuff?
The more she's concerned, the more she reverts back to her childlike manner.
She's
Or the more
cornered,
she's
huh?
cornered. And if that was brought to an extreme, she loses her memory. Damn!
Interesting. you think I would have known about this if I did their free times?
Maybe, probably.
What kind of nonsense is that?
I mean-
bullshit.
It is like the mind convincing itself it didn't do anything wrong.
It's trauma protection or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an actual thing, yeah. It's something that I only knew when her puppy that she wears when she's young died. Oh. When her best friend was severely injured after falling down the stairs.
Oh no.
When some of the when some of the Melody Rhythm staff went missing.
Oh no.
When I murdered them and no one knew why.
And so it repeats today. Your side just began posing like a lifeless puppet. I suspect this is from her asthmatic state.
Amnesiac.
Damn it! Look at sucker spelling. Amnesiac state. Back at the show.
Well, amnesia is also like a weird word.
I don't know. I don't know anything. Ah!
Wah.
I just like how she's lived next to Yuri. Don't worry,
Yeah.
Hibiki. I'll comfort you. In other words, Hibiki did indeed murder Setsuka, but she herself doesn't recall it?
We're basing this
Just
entire
like
thing
Stone
off
stuff.
Kanade saying this. What if this just isn't true? And Kanade
Okay, then
did
what are we
something.
supposed to do?
Well,
Well, that's the thing. Like maybe she's trying to get us to vote for her so she wins. I don't know. It's possible.
Okay.
But it's not
Alright,
conclusive.
what's-
We don't have conclusive evidence. We can't end. We can't.
This is indeed a possibility. I mean, it's pretty conclusive. If I was in this situation, I'm like, yeah, she fucking did it.
We're basing this solely off of someone's conjecture. We don't know if it's true.
I mean, I guess two people's conjecture, technically speaking, because of what Aloha said.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying about the forgetting thing.
well, she's saying she did.
Kanade
forget.
could be making this up.
Okay. Then what's going on with Hibiki right now?
I don't know. I'm not saying that she's lying, but I'm saying it's possible it's not true.
Yeah. Doesn't all this sound too unrealistic?
I mean, it's also possible I'll get a girlfriend one day, but it's unlikely.
That sounds unrealistic.
Sorry.
I thought was that supposed to be you or was that supposed to be Hibiki? I thought that was you being Nikkei.
No, I was just being myself.
Yeah, I could tell. You weren't putting on the voice.
I should have done this Nikkei though. That would have been even better. It does sound like nonsense, but Hibiki's state ever since yesterday's motive reveal was extremely unnatural. It might actually be true.
Wait, Kanade, isn't that a contradiction? Hibiki being mentally unstable, killing the only person who was keeping her sane? Doesn't make sense.
Well, it's for the sacrifice.
If this really is the culprit, then I might have an idea of my secret, Setsuka.
And why is that?
Each of us body her weight on each pillow at the outer weight. Didn't she get glimpse of the sign pushed in front of the altar? Oh, fuck.
It's the precious one.
Sacrifice your precious ones, and the devil will be in front of you to grant your wishes. Or something along those lines.
You don't say.
You have to trigger with someone precious to sis.
But I guess it said the most precious person, though. Wouldn't that be you?
I mean, maybe? Kind of hard to tell for Beaky.
I'm gonna know that's wrong you right now. It said the most precious person, and that would be you. Unless you're meaning to imply that she likes Setsuka more than you.
I don't know.
She might, to be honest.
I would think that.
She honestly might.
I would think that.
You would think that, Dan?
I don't
If
think
I were
so,
Kanade-
because when she was in the state where she was completely manic and on her own, she only trusted her sister.
Yeah.
Well, that was before Setsuka really bonded with her.
You're right about that, but I don't think that can overtake the sister's position.
I guess you're right.
Unless deep down she didn't like her sister at all.
Well,
which I just don't
maybe
buy.
deep down, she really did love her sister, and that's why her wish didn't come true.
True.
She thought it at the
That'd
top
be
of her
fucking crazy.
the top of her head went to Setsuka, but her deeper inner emotions was her sister.
That'd be fucking crazy. She killed your butcher, Setsuka. Oh, to grant her wish. What would a wish even be? To get off the island?
Probably.
No.
How many-
I want everyone to get off the island safely. and everyone
To
who
be
died
honest,
come back to life. The
sacrificing
end.
one person to save everyone else.
Dude, just fucking.
This is
I
all
wish
heavily
everyone...
working under the assumption that this is real. And it's gonna do
Well,
anything.
if the person was in like a manic
Yeah.
episode.
Out of everyone
mentally
here, I
unstable.
feel like Hibiki could fall for something like that.
There's 2 people that I think would fall for that.
And the other
This is
one.
one of them.
Would Chibuya fall for that, I wonder?
No, it's her.
Teruya's dumb, but he's not
her.
that dumb.
What about Shinji?
Nah.
It's Aroha.
I think
Aroha's the
Shinji
one
would
that
never
fall.
kill anybody. I don't think he would.
I meant falling, believing the,
Believing the
thing,
curse.
not necessarily, not
He might
killing
believe
someone.
it, but I don't think he'd ever go through with it.
That's fair.
But I still
I
don't
think-
think he would.
What kind of nonsense is that? It's just made up gimmick of the attraction. Doesn't she actually believe that?
She wasn't herself the moment she saw the motive video.
It's true. She was all ready, and then like she was not ready.
Yeah. He was an idiot to begin with. Damn! But she was driven to a state where she couldn't tell apart fiction from reality.
What kind of wish could it have been? She wanted it so badly, even if it cost her precious friend.
Our parents had died.
Oh. What?
I know this because our motive video had been the exact same. Oh. Our parents had been ambushed and killed. That was our motive video.
Wasn't the whole point you don't know?
We don't know how it ends. That doesn't necessarily mean, like, we don't know how they... I don't know. I don't fucking know. Maybe it was different for every person. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that.
You see,
Hey,
that's
yours-
what it is. They're like 2 set in stone for me.
Like, if they're dead, what's the reason to kill? They're dead.
Yeah. Good point.
Like, you know what happened. Like, the whole thing with, like, Teru was, like, he did not know. He just, like, he didn't know what happened to his
Like,
mom.
I'm assuming Kanade is just like, yeah, they're probably dead.
Yeah, my God.
Rather than saying they are dead.
But,
That
like,
would make more sense.
Shinji's as well. That's another one. Shinji's was, like, also,
Shinji's
like...
is pretty set in stone, too. And if
That
he
was,
uses
like,
the exact same video as the first time, it's someone's attacked her, but we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Dude,
it's
yours
the
is
exact
like
same
mine.
video.
That's what I'm assuming as well.
Then Hibiki wanted to save her parents. Hibiki and her
God
weakened
damn, what a
mind would have
dumbass.
tried to grant her wish through sacrificing Setsuka? Precious friend to her.
Why is it ended yet? So nor has the code been confirmed. But at least I know what my sister is like, and this is all based on that. But other than the fact that my sister is the most suspicious one here, it's never to be true.
Ah! I want to go home. I had enough. Mom, Dad, Suka, help me. No, I don't want this.
Damn, she doesn't even
He
mention
says
her
sis.
sister.
He doesn't say sis.
Well, she's right
Yeah,
there.
she doesn't even.
She's right
but
there.
Yep. Yep, but
But she's
still.
not asking her for help.
Yeah, you think he would ask for help? She broke down. Holy shit.
I do something. We can't do anything right now. She's like that. Try to console her like you usually do.
It's useless. Nothing would calm sis down now. At this point, it's almost been confirmed that she's the culprit. How can you be so calm about this? She's your family, bitch. I mean, I can't help it. Tried to survive and escape this place alone. Oh, little sis, I feel so bad for you. Damn.
Jesus Christ.
So whoa! So adorable. Adorable? Hey, yo!
Look at her.
And Nikki's like, hold the phone!
All right.
What?
Okay. We're here.
Interesting.
We got here.
You know that
How did
That
they make
Kanade
it worse?
that Kanade dressed up as Hibiki isn't too crazy right now, you know? Hibiki, don't just cry over there and say something. Did you really kill Setsuka? Try to remember.
I don't know. I want to go home. Yoriko, I'll try to talk with her.
Sora.
Is Hibiki really the culprit? Even if the gate records are decisive enough, is it enough to decide the culprit on its own? If she really is the culprit, there must be something more than this. Like, this is where the pool has to come into play. Maybe there's proof she was there, which proves she can't be over there.
Mm-hmm.
I should present that to her, memory loss or not, so that truth that everyone can accept will surface. Terminate talk shooting. That's a bit.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
Is it you and yourself?
Alright,
Wait,
it's
what?
her.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
go for it. Don't remember anything! No! Please don't hurt me. Stop! Leave me alone! I wanna go home! Wah! No! I don't remember anything! Stop it! Leave me alone! Wah! Oh, that's 3. Okay. Leave me alone! Wah! I wanna go home!
We're not just going to ignore the fufu adorable thing, right?
No, I'm not going over that. Never.
What do you think about that, Dan?
Kind of weird and
Wanna
creepy.
go home?
Kinda weird and creepy.
I don't know,
Yeah,
it's adorable. Kind of adorable.
Just a little bit.
She got the Miku stuff on.
That's gonna be
Okay. Well, it's hard to really scream out the stuff when she's just making noises. She's basically doing it herself.
I mean, I added my own dialogue. I just said random shit.
Also, it's a lot harder when you're playing the game too.
Excuses. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck you. Don't really know. Everyone's a meanie.
Oh
They
no.
don't know. Leave me alone. Oh God.
You keep overshooting it.
I do. Okay. In her head, she's like, did I actually do it?
Yeah.
The meanie.
Shoes are off.
The grippers are out.
At the ghost
Drop.
house.
No,
No?
dropped hairpin at the
Okay.
ghost house.
Classic Danganronpa.
Bone meat on the.
On the bone meat the.
So
This bastard's a lost cause.
it should be
Dropped
drop
hairpin at the
at
ghost
the
house.
ghost
Can't remember anything.
house.
I never went to that place.
What
You
is
did. No.
Oh my god, Jesus.
As expected. Hope I didn't get 100 on this. I didn't. Oh, my S rank is gone.
Alright, guys. Case closed. What do you guys want to do now?
You think we're gonna get 2, or do you think that's the only one of the trial?
I don't know.
I'm thinking that we're gonna get 2.
I mean-
Hibiki, there's decisive evidence that you went to the ghost house. When the announcement for the class trial was made, I found a return to your hairpin that was dropped on the ground. You're not gonna say you don't even remember that as well, right?
What are you talking about, Sheila?
Hibiki's hairpin was dropped on the ground at the altar. At that time, I didn't think much of it and returned it to her immediately.
Wait, what? Sheila, you found his hairpin at the ghost house?
Oh, I see Sora was the one who tied his hair back up during the investigation. Wait, that's crucial evidence. Why didn't you mention this before?
I didn't think she'd be the culprit at the time. I just thought that she dropped it. If she had dropped it somewhere right then and there.
Hibiki's hair was untied when his body was found, right? But the Hibiki I saw gather at the ghost house at 1755 was she had her hair tied up.
That would mean she got her hair untied doing some business in the ghost house.
Wait, but how could you have not noticed her hair being untied? All this was so too forced for the culprit to leave her belongings so easy to find at the crime scene. Too forced? Are you implying that someone might have tried to frame Hibiki? I agree that this vote is a bit sloppy. Too many unanswered questions. But first or not, this is an undeniable truth here. That this hairpin was dropped at some point in the ghost house. and that my sister had entered the ghost house today.
She just seems too ready to accept that that it's her. You know, typically in this kind of relationship, you'd assume they'd at least try to deny it.
Yeah.
But she's not.
All I have to say to that thing is Stone is foo adorable. That's all I have to say to that statement.
Yeah, it's clear that there's some sort of feeling towards her, whatever that may be. I already sensed it before, but it's just like, does she hate her, or does she love her way too much? I'm thinking it's the first one.
Does she hate you?
Maybe.
Memories or not, she definitely entered that phase.
Like, my assumption from before, still I feel like is apt, that whether Hibiki knows it or not, Kanade's the one in control. And Hibiki feels like she's the one in control. And that, because of the recent stuff with Setsuka, Kanade feels like she no longer has that control that she used to have over her.
Okay.
And it's possible that this is all massive gaslighting from her sister.
Huge gaslighting.
I mean, like, gaslighting's a real thing, you know? Like, you make someone convince themselves that they're crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Make them question their own sanity. Because, like, she's saying in the Terminate Talk shooting, like, did I actually do it? Like, those are her actual thoughts.
But according to the gate records, and excluding Satsuka and Showa, there's only one person who entered the ghost house, and that person is the culprit.
Again, all of this might have been done by her. That doesn't mean Setsuka was dead there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then where was she? She's just
dead before,
Thanks
from
to
someone else.
Okay, but where and how?
We have no idea.
Perna
Okay,
stolen.
Shut up. He's just like, shut up then, Showa. Shut the fuck up. If you don't know, shut up. Thanks to Awawa's account, we have proved that Sis entered the ghost house. The Hellpan evidence confirms this.
It's quite undeniable indeed.
It's possible that missing torso piece is from the actual kill. All the cutting, all the transporting, all the displaying might have been done by Hibiki, but the actual kill might have been somebody else.
But why would Hibiki help with that?
Well, clearly she was in a catatonic state,
Okay.
where her sister could make her do anything. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe her sister killed Setsuka, Hibiki broke down, said, go do this, and she listened to her sister.
Because it's her sister.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking it might be. I don't think
Interesting
Hibiki
theory.
did this. Not knowingly.
Interesting theory, interesting
I
theory.
don't know. I really don't remember anything. Anyone, please help. Right, Kanade's here for me. Kanade, help.
There you go.
I only have Kanade. Kanade's always by my side. Kanade, help.
Wake up, Hibiki. No one's on your side right now. There's no mom, no dad, no Shuka or whatever. There's nobody to help you right now. Stop being such a crybaby in a minute. There's too much evidence pointing to you as the culprit. Jeez.
Not a.
I don't want to do this either, sis. Or do I? I honestly don't know at this point. With that hairpin and everything, I can't cover for you anymore. You cute Setsuka.
Gaslighter. Oh
Me?
my god.
You're fucking gaslighting.
I killed Suka? Why?
Gaslighting.
Did I? Really?
Like those words, are you admitting that you did it? What Kanade said is true. She should have no memory of that. That is why she's acting like this. If we could explain what happened in this case with reason, maybe she'd remember her crimes. Admit to it. Wait, if that's true, then Hibiki herself doesn't even know what she did. Can we really vote someone with that much uncertainty?
The cross trial should be wanted to giving evidence as the basis. If the suspect pitted by evidence logically refutes, and there is no contradiction in that, we would need to find another possibility. But Sis didn't refuse anything. There's really no other evidence to prove her innocence either.
Knowing you wouldn't accept this unless you would stand to gain something from accepting this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think the only reason why she's accepting this so fast is because it would benefit her directly if we voted wrong. I might have killed her.
That's a very sad portrait. Eh?
I don't have
Oh.
any memory ever since this morning. Maybe
Oh.
maybe with the motive and all, I might have killed Suka like Kanade said. No.
Yes.
I guess this is the end, right? Well, this feels like it ended too quickly. To do such horrible things to Setsuka, only to get caught this easily just by gate records?
Well, Kanade's smart after all. She did single-handedly solve the last trial as well.
That was easier than I expected. Why did you do it, sis? Why would you kill someone? Was it really because you wanted to grant some wish?
I don't know. Kanade, what should I do? I'm scared. I can't remember anything. Am I gonna die? Is this really the end? In the investigation, I expected this case to be much tougher, but she got caught already. I feel like I should object. There's too much evidence backing her into a corner, and that I don't know what to say.
Is it already over? Well, wait, we should think through this one more time.
I think Kapiki's the culprit.
Let's get that. We know what's coming.
The scrum debate.
Maybe. Stop
Right,
the
like,
trial here,
Shobai-
or keep
Shobai's
going.
like, nah, this is bullshit. You guys are idiots. I just want to get out of this place. This is too much. I don't know about that. I do agree that Hibiki's almost certainly the culprit. But this ended too abruptly.
Well, it seems like you're too unsure about this. There you go. I'll ask you once more. Have you chosen Hibiki as the culprit?
No, we go to voting time when we're done.
Okay, I take the silence as a yes.
Well, what are we to do then? Hibiki herself admitted it. Dude, where's Shobai?
I don't know what to do anymore. Let's just end this.
No.
Very well. As you are, too, but I guess it's the one way to end this. Now then, everyone, vote for the culprit with the switch in front of you.
Can someone like sword
The
fight?
answer be the truth? Will that be the answer? The truth or not? Now!
Yeah.
Yes, Shobai! My
Help me.
turn! Unbelievable. How the hell did you guys even survive 2 of these? You fucking stupid. Shut up, listen to me. I'm running this trial now. More than 9 lives if I left this up to you.
Thank you.
I could hear Stone praying that someone ejected. I could hear that praying to
I
a
told you,
god.
I was like, someone, sword fight, something. Logic rush
Wait.
makes a lot more sense.
Waiting for the Shobai to come in.
Alright, do your best at reading this.
I will do my best at reading this. We have like a dozen mysteries to trial now. I like precious time to evade last trial. You said yourselves the place of the body was found. It was not a place. Oh my god, that is different. The ghost house and ID out records. Dude, what the fuck?
Why is Shobai suddenly objecting? Now that I think about it, might have missed something. Might have missed every single word he said.
Yeah. You have like a dozen mysteries. So we can't end the trial now. Your brain cells. You said your cells. The place where the body isn't necessarily the place where it was killed. Your brain cells evolved or something? This case is any different. The ghost house has IDs in and out records. So I can't read the last few.
We got the point.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with pool gate records. No, I'm not sure. Am I right?
Yes!
Oh, I am right. Okay.
Consent! That's what I was thinking.
That was another thing
Showboy's
that...
here to win the show now, boys.
Let's go. So, I've been waiting for this!
Yeah, you definitely have, Dan. You've been waiting
Oh,
for this.
that's also a Persona 3 joke.
Uh,
It's an Akihiko thing.
Being in one Persona game, I'd play it.
Me too. The trial, you just fucking fight shadows.
The
Dude, that'd be
shadow
fucking
did it.
epic.
The blackened
Please
turns
read
into
my
a shadow.
Yeah. I'm scared by us. You're still here to run things?
Careful, he might be trying to distract us.
He lied in the first
Alright,
try.
Shinji.
He did lie to us in the first try.
He did, just to see if we're
And that's
smart in the
all
world.
he did. That's the only thing he did in the first try was lie. And then he didn't do anything in the other one.
The
So,
cool gate records.
Yeah, Shinji's suspicion is well placed, to be honest. Sure.
Go
Wait.
stab someone.
The reason we focused on the ghost house was because Setsuka's dead body was found there. And the gate records had an ID without an out record, right?
Oh.
There's another attraction with an ID that has no out records.
Really?
It's the pool. Everyone, please look at this. These are the pool gate records for today. I've taken notes of.
Huh? You're right. The person who entered at... Excuse me. Entered at 1724. NU30D2 has no out records.
You should have said NUD's nuts. That's what you should have said.
But NU30D's nuts.
Yeah, I'm agree. What's going on? I am so confused.
Weird. There was no one there when I went there.
Oh, so that person that entered at 1910 and left at 1915 was you when we were searching for Setsuka, right?
Yeah, I went straight to the pool as soon as I entered Block C. But according to these records, shouldn't there have been someone when I investigated there? Also, it was Setsuka. But I don't remember seeing anybody.
Maybe a piece of Setsuka's over there that didn't leave.
Maybe.
The problem with this is that we don't know anything about who these could be.
I'm
We don't
beginning to
want
think
him?
that
You know
piece
what I
of her
mean?
that's missing is the one that's still in the pool.
It was in the locker that we didn't look at. Oh.
I'm beginning to think that's what happened. Well, there was an ID without an out record at the ghost house, even when I didn't find anyone at the ghost house, remember? There could have been a hidden space in the pool, like the ghost house, or... Anyway, it's true that the pool has an ID without an out record. This is something we shouldn't just gloss over. Sorry, I knew it was suspicious, but Hibiki's reaction was so convincing that I...
Huh? So you knew about this?
What's your mind?
Listen, you let these idiots choose that brat as the culprit?
I can say the same about you. Why are you suddenly helping us?
You wanna fucking die, idiot. He's making fun of us. You know, I'm a guy who tries to live his life as efficiently as possible. Can't allow any damage or any loss of resources with every action. If a problem can be solved without my effort, why even bother?
Fail,
What
honestly.
happened here? I left this in your hands.
Oh, look at Chitsuka's portrait. It's
Oh, that's what
It's
it's
true,
on
That's
it.
the crosshair.
Okay.
it. Oh, I thought it was like
Yeah.
two like pinball thing or pool things, and then the full pool balls.
Well, that's kind of...
Maybe.
It's probably that, actually. It doesn't look like a crosshair, I'm stupid.
But you see what I
Oh,
mean? It's like the full
yeah.
bars, and then like
Just
two.
the two Qs and the 2 and
Yes.
4 ball.
Yeah.
I spoke before I even looked at it.
Yeah. What if I have a trial and you could cost me my life? You're gonna cost me my life. My efficient philosophies are worthless when I'm dead, right? My own life is more important than anything else.
So what? How can we believe you? Shinji, wait. Let's just let him do whatever he wants to do.
Are you sure we'll be alright?
No, we'll all
I
die,
can
because
trust you.
we're letting him talk. Shobai is the literal definition of self-centered. He only cares about himself. For him to act like this probably means that we're wrong. To be honest, I felt like something was wrong even before Shobai brought it up.
Shobai, by failing the trial, are you implying that Hibiki's not actually the culprit? Of course, why would I be talking like this if I wasn't? Grateful. You're all saved from certain doom.
Thank you for saving me, Shobai. I didn't want her to be the culprit.
I didn't do.
Thank
Wait, Are you glad that I
you.
saved? Are you glad that I saved you or Biki? He's like, what?
Shobai's got to look out for Sarah because they share the same color scheme.
True. You said Sarah, though.
Yeah, whatever. Sora. It's
Shobai's
'cause of-
automatically going up the tier list because it's his fault that Hibiki's not getting voted as the culprit. So thank you.
It's his fault.
It's his responsibility.
I know what you mean. It's just the way you
I
said
framed
it's
it negatively because it's
Yeah.
him.
It's his fault.
He saved her.
Yeah, I know.
It's his fault that she lives.
Don't worry, you're gonna pay up big time after this is over. What's with that attitude? You think you're smart? Arkana's much smarter than you.
Yeah, but she's probably the culprit.
Dude, what if she's a killer, you fucking Oh my god, I'm sorry. I've been watching. It just slipped out. Because I was watching this really old, like, dated thing. And they kept saying it a lot.
That doesn't, personally speaking, that doesn't bother me at all.
Well, I don't want to. Hayden's the only one who's gonna watch it. Smarts girl here didn't check the gate records of the other attractions. Cut that part out of the video.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't even check the gate records of the other attractions. We're even more fucked than I thought.
He did say the F word.
Yeah, I was gonna use the F-bomb on you. I did use the fucking F-bomb.
The poor gates. Of course it checks then.
You gonna eject all this?
Whether the poison I like it or not, the body was still found in the ghost house. Isn't it natural to focus on the crime scene where the body was found?
That reminds me.
What?
I'm terribly sorry for interrupting, but I mentioned this to Sora, right, that the pool today was closed during the daytime. Does that have anything to do with...
What do you mean by that, bro?
Well, around 12 in the daytime or so, I went to the pool to take a break, and, work myself out. But it was sanitation time, so I ended up just coming back empty-handed.
Dude, now we have to just ask Mono like, that's not a thing. What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
Yeah, yada.
Yada. Oh!
Pool sanitation time?
There was a small sign in front of it, it said not to enter, and if you did, you'll be punished by the school rules.
Wait, I never heard about that. Well, I guess I forgot to mention this, but the pool in Shizuka Land goes into sanitation once every week.
Okay, well, it's the opposite.
During this time, all the water in the pool is drained, and there are a lot of chemicals involved.
It would have been cool if they did that, though.
So I guess they would have killed them.
Happened.
They killed them, and then they waited for the sanitation time so it would go away. All the evidence would be gone then of where the crime took place.
Oh yeah, it would clean it up, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah. That's what I just said.
That's what you mean.
So we keep everyone out. It doesn't mention the violating wall part. Oh, if I don't mention the violating wall part, someone might just barge in and get in danger.
Well, I guess no one was nice to enter there.
But the most confusing, I recall that today was not the day for pool sanitation.
So we're double wrong.
Then we're double wrong.
Exactly. I shouldn't say this as a teacher. I should stay out of class trial.
Well, they could always just clean it up themselves. It was just what would make it easier.
Wait, so that means there was a
Picket?
Picket?
Yes.
Picket, okay.
There
was a picket, even though there was it wasn't pool sanitation time?
How do you get it? That was put there by the culprit. Why do such a thing? Simple. Some very important business in the pool that required nobody coming in.
In other words, Setsuka didn't die at the ghost house, but rather at the pool.
And she's the one that never left.
Is that what you're trying to say, Shobai?
Yeah, you're all wrong, and the girl's been spouting nonsense. Murder this fucker. I'm gonna fucking
wait, then who didn't wait, then who didn't leave at the other? Who didn't leave at the ghost house?
Setsuka! Setsuka didn't leave in both!
No, but she can't not leave in both because she has to enter in one of them.
Well, what I'm saying is she enters in one,
right?
Then she dies. She gets cut up in pieces, and you take out all the pieces but one.
In the
Technically,
bag.
Setsuka's still there.
But then how does she enter?
Then you go over to the ghost house with all the pieces. You go in. You hide out. I go in. I go out. Pieces are still there. You set it up. You leave.
Okay, but why would the outlet still have... Huh?
So you're saying two pieces can be in two different places and they would both say they're in?
Yes.
And
But
that
don't
is
you
what
have
I'm
to
saying.
use the... Don't you have to... I guess that could work, yeah.
Because I guess you're literally leaving, so you're going out. but there's still a piece of you that's there, so it doesn't count. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not saying this is what happened. Obviously, I don't know, but that would make sense if that's the reason.
Joey, wait. I understand the pool also had an ID without an out record. But that alone does not disprove the ghost house isn't a possible place where Setsuka died.
That is true.
What do you mean?
He's saying that Chichiku could have died in either places. But Chichiku couldn't have been in two different places at the same time.
Unless her fucking chest was there. Shut up, I'm gonna explain why the murder could have happened inside the ghost house. You albino. What the gay records of the ghost house again?
Don't order me around, though I will show the records.
So, by your theory, the person who went out at 1757 is Setsuka Shibukuro, right?
Chiebukuro.
Chiebukuro, like from Persona 4.
Yeah.
Chiebukuro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so by.
Because only that ID has no out record. And the WN, whatever, who entered at 1755 and left at 1942 is the culprit.
So that would mean that at least up until 1757, Setsuka Chiebukuro was alive.
Culprit left at 1942, so she had at most an hour and 45 minutes to do everything she needed to do.
What about that?
I think the time is enough to chop up someone like that?
Well, we never tried it ourselves, so...
I'll tell you, ignorant brat, son. It's impossible. You need at least one more hour. With a case like that. What do you mean? Within the corpse, the edges were trimmed off extremely clean. You just cut it, they stitched it up so that the insides wouldn't flow out. Or was it their first try? As order a pro amongst pros, I'd say. Okay, it's definitely fucking Kanade.
Yeah, sorry.
That's what happened to the other fucking members. Remember she talked about the...
Yeah, all these members going missing.
Yeah.
Melody Rhythm
She's
members
projecting all of it on her.
The Melody Rhythm members that went missing. That is a very interesting thing to say.
And that old puppy died.
And her puppy died that she was raising. Huh. I wonder what happened
Trial
to the
3,
band.
so you know what that means.
Psychopath. If there was such a disgusting professional amongst us, if there was, that'd be you. Me. Yo, come on, man. Human stab sure without hesitation on the first day healed.
I tried to stab Yuki. Asshole. I guess I could do it, but that's not... But that's all the more reason I can guarantee this. There's no way someone could have managed such a task in less than 2 hours, even for a professional. If anyone else said that, it would have sounded like a nonsense. Coming from show by a criminal on active duty? My, do you know how to persuade someone? I entirely agree with you. It'd be tough with the justice member, but the crime doesn't end there. Culprit need to carefully put each body part on the pillar. Create some room behind the folding screens. And in case someone enters, turn off all the sources of light. And in fact, Sora did enter there. Turn off the lights is the final step. You can't dismember a body under no light. It's impossible to predict who will enter. There need to be given a lot of time before they finally turn off the lights. Doing that in an hour, 45 minutes, well, does that seem possible now?
Well, shit, man.
It certainly does feel impossible, even excluding the dismemberment. Most importantly, blood traces were found, but no piece of flesh were found in the ghost house.
And he could have somehow taken care of the
They
flesh parts.
ate the flesh parts.
Yeah.
Go by, you idiot.
I mean, technically, I guess they could. That'd be weird, fucking disgusting, but they could.
All of this was disgusting.
No evidence. Hello, have you been listening with only half an ear? I said that she took care of the insides. You have to take care of the insides. There needs to be cut off flesh and lined somewhere around, which the ghost house didn't have any. In the pool, you get rid of flesh and blood, just like
drown them in the drain. The killer didn't cut the body in the ghost house, then what was up with all that blood? What's from the blood
Taruya.
bag?
Right, I thought it would be natural to have that much blood lying around since his body was cut off in that place. If the killer didn't happen in the ghost house, then, as Yoriko said, it wouldn't make sense for there to be trails of blood there. Considering its large quantity, it would be wrong to assume that it would be spilt blood from moving the body around, which is why I thought it was so weird there was that much blood.
Yeah.
So that blood is...
The blood, who's account?
これですね。
This is it. The blood packs. Maybe the blood isn't from Setsuka, but from the blood packs in the infirmary.
The buddy packs from the infirmary, but we don't have any proof that anybody used them.
Wait, I know. I saw them disappear. I told us to Sora, right? All the blood packs had disappeared just this morning.
Yes, because of a Taru's account,
best-
this is a sure possibility.
We had Best Boy Taruya on the case.
Yep. Wait, did you even check the infirmary items? You even checked the infirmary items.
I'm hyper fixated. It's my gift and my curse.
I believe that this was something only I could do. So I was gonna try to cover as much ground as possible.
Tsuruya, if you had noticed the blood packs being taken, you should have at least told us that. Do you really not trust us that much? No.
Huh? Wait, did something happen between you guys?
Oh yeah, you weren't there!
Well, yeah, Hope speak.
No, I wasn't there.
We can talk this later. This isn't the focus right now. Yeah, we don't want to get like
Fucked off way before then.
You don't want Mikado to get all crazy.
What do you think, Shobai?
I mean, what I think. Of course, this would happen. Though I didn't say there'd be a freak here that keeps record of all that.
Don't worry, baby
Aw.
boy. We love you. Your
We love
gift
you
is
too, Taruya.
appreciated.
His OCD. Which empty blood packs thrown away
It
in the...
actually does seem like OCD.
Hmm?
I said, yeah, actually is. It kind of is OCD.
It definitely is. But it's like using OCD for good.
Only Ghost House is fake. A small performance by the culprit. But why go through the hassle of...
You avoid our attention to the ghost house. Fucking
thing could happen
genius.
there.
And we fucking fell for that shit. And sure enough, we all were focused on the ghost house until Shobai stood up.
Like, it even got me. I only had, like, a small nagging feeling about the pool. But, like, it was only around the time we were voting where I'm like, yo, wait a minute.
Like Shobai said, even when we went over the last time about the fact that the place and the body was found, it isn't necessarily the person was killed. Shock factor of the scene of the ghost house was enough for us to gloss over that.
You put that much effort into the ghost house. To make us think the ghost house was where the Setsuka was killed, that means...
The actual crime happened at the pool, not at the ghost house.
Uh-huh. It's a trick by the couple to make you not even think twice about any other place than the ghost house.
But to use all those blood packs, what if someone needs a blood transfer or something?
There is no need to worry about that. I will make sure we replenish the stocks after the trial. I'm a good teacher.
There's still more?
Oh, the amount of blood you use was a lot less than the actual amount of blood packets that were taken.
You call that a lot less.
Let's just leave that for now. Maybe they miscalculated the amount of blood they need. The more part is that the crime happened at the pool. I got that part right. Yes.
Well, the only attractions that had ideas with no out records were the ghost house and the pool. And we just discovered the fact that the ghost house could have been the place where Setsuka died.
Yeah, it's something called brains. Maybe I wouldn't be doing all this work.
When did Shobai become the MVP of this trial?
The
He
moment
was
Kanade,
employed.
Kanade stopped talking.
No, Kanade was real to be like a lunatic.
I like this sprite. That thing is smart after all. Probably even more so than Kanade. Oh, she's not gonna like that.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it only used it for selfish gains. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She don't
fuck
like
you,
to hear
Kanade.
that someone's smarter than her.
Kanada, you suck. You suck. You should feel so bad, Kanada. You're garbage.
Oh.
Right?
For who? Huh?
No, nothing. No.
I don't know how to do a laugh for her. I don't know how to.
Oh, you laugh.
Like a lunatic, like a crazy person.
Moment's gone.
Oh, sorry.
What's wrong?
Also, my internet there. So, I've been listening to you all this time, but you're quite the comedian, aren't you, fuckle? Why these contradictions? You stick to your delusions. Well, let's just assume that the ghost house wasn't the place where Setsuka died. That's a new spite.
This is all new. She surprises me every time.
Then what about the pool? Are you saying that the pool is a possible place?
Is it not?
Sure. God, that is so fucking creepy.
Don't use me.
So the pool gate records.
Both of these
Don't
people are
use
jerking
us.
me around. Don't talk to me, guys. Argue yourselves. I'll just sit here. Sorry?
Dude, even Nikkei shook it. The pool gate records. Show them to me. Oh my god.
Alright.
If you say please, or
We can ignore the last two records made by Yuriko when we were searching for Setsuka. Take a look at the ones before them. Whether it's the pool and the ghost house, there's an ID without an out record, and that's Setsuka. We're on the same page about that, right? And Setsuka's ID should be one that entered at 1724 in U30D2.
Yup.
If you look at the gate records, your two IDs entered at 844 and 845, left at 922 and 954 respectively. In other words, there was no one at the pool between 954 to 1254.
Yeah, I'd like to hear who was in the pool before. Shinji said he went in earlier, or tried to go in, and it was closed, but who was in the morning? It probably doesn't matter, but still. Just want to know who it was.
Then we have one suspect left, CN9F fuck you, who entered at 1254. Come on, it says F you, I had to. If Setsuka died at the pool, the person with this ID must be the culprit, right?
Kanade told us that she was going to drop the F-bomb, but not like that.
he was like, I was gonna drop the F-bomb on you.
I guess so. What about that? Sobai said that the ghost house wasn't a possible suspect, as there wasn't enough time for the culprit. But our suspect at the pool seemed to have left only 1 minute after Setsuka had entered.
What?
Now, a quote from your own words, Sobai. Idiots, you think that time is enough to chop up someone like that? Oh my god. About 2 hours, maybe? 1 minute? Even if Setsuka died, upon entering, it would be impossible.
But by that logic, it's impossible for both the ghost house and the pool to be the crime scene.
Wait, even if the pool is where Setsuka died, we found the body at the ghost house. Couldn't they just kill Setsuka at 1724, immediately leave it to the body?
I see, after all, what do gates matter to a dead body?
So you're saying the culprit somehow took care of the crime scene at the pool and left that 774 carrying Setsuka's dead body to the ghost house?
If the pool is the place, then this is the only way the culprit could have.
I'm sorry to inform you, but that is also impossible.
How come?
The pool was at Block C, while the gatehouse is at Block A. We're at completely opposite sides of the park. Do you think anyone could walk that distance without getting caught killing a dead body of all things?
Yes.
By your theory, the culprit needed to leave immediately after killing Setsuka, leaving no time for cutting up the body. And we're back at the start. Even if you somehow chased it and made it to the ghost house.
Dude, she literally said cheesed it.
Oh, cheesed it, my bad.
I mean, I could understand why you'd think chased it. She literally used the gaming term cheesed to make it real easy.
I mean, she has a point, though. It'd be too late for you to start the disamendment then. Then what? Then where did Setsuka die? And how did she end up like that? It seems theoretically impossible. Oh, I admit that my first theory was debunked by Sobai. That means we have to start from square one.
No need for that. It's impossible even we assume she's gonna die in the pool.
Really?
Now what else to tell you on about? This is a clear contradiction, you know.
Bullshit. It's not possible if there was an accomplice.
Which is what I expect.
An accomplice?
Yes.
Shobai, you might know now since you were always sleeping, but accomplices cannot exist. Even if there is an accomplice who helped the real culprit, only one person can win and escape. There are no benefits to becoming an accomplice.
Sure, just listen to me. Yeah, well, the older sister's from the twins that the guy suspected. Yeah, she's definitely not the Blacken. That's for sure. But she did enter the ghost house and left the hairpin there, so it's hard to say she's an unrelated to this case.
You're saying that my sis is an accomplice.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Say yourself, you don't have any memory and you lose memory when you're in a pinch. Accomplice who helped a crime but lost memory doing so. I think it's too good of an opportunity to miss.
And who's the only person who knows about that? Who could take advantage of that?
Isn't that right, Kanade?
Isn't that right, Julia?
Kanade?
What are you trying to say?
Say what?
My theory, the real culprit used their twin sis in their own crimes. Give her a big mental shock or two, then use her as an accomplice. Once the deal's done, once the deed is done, her memory will disappear, concealing evidence as an accomplice. Wait, Shobai, but that raises some questions. If that's true, the culprit needs to know the fact that Habibi loses her memory if she receives a mental shock. Well, duh, that's why the person who knows that is the real culprit. Idiot.
Wait a minute. Then that means she has another sibling?
Another sibling?
Someone who
Sibling?
knew about Habiki's secret used her as an accomplice. The only person who readily knew that was...
Siblings? They were siblings? I didn't know they were siblings. What's a sibling?
I thought they were just fans.
And they were roommates.
あなたです
It's you!
You're the only one.
The only person who already knew Habiki's tendency to lose her memories is you, Kanade Otonokoji. I knew we'd be here, but I thought we'd be here last trial.
Rockant, you're the one who revealed that fact. Congrats, you scored your own goal. Kanai Otonokoji. She's the one who did it.
Wait a minute, Kanade's the culprit?
Oh, you got a problem with that?
Not exactly, but she helped us throughout the last trial as well.
Because she was gonna die if she didn't win that one. And she's gonna die if she doesn't win this one. There's no difference. Only difference is she killed them this time.
But by that logic, Emma also helped out during Yuri's case as well. Wait, not everything has been confirmed yet. And we can't be sure whether there was an accomplice or not.
Shobai, why do you think that these two are the culprit?
Because you do free time at the same time, you see.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I did the trial by myself, because we were about to die if I didn't. But even so, you should give your brains only as decorations, don't you?
The reason why Shobai is so fixated on Kanade being the culprit. Let's listen to what he has to say. Come on. I really thought it would be a halfway break for that one, but no.
Not yet.
Missing abdomen, I'm
We
thinking.
just didn't.
Probably. And a lot of reasons to suspect. But the first was the state of the corpse.
Stay the corpse to the summer course, you mean?
What do you think the cause? What do you think was the cause of death?
We don't know. I thought it was dismemberment.
That'd be a really fucked up way to die. We don't know about that yet, bro. The fire didn't mention at the time what the death was.
Something sharp was the murder weapon.
So perhaps she was stabbed by a knife and then dismembered?
That she'd have some traces on being stabbed on her body.
Or is there none?
Missing abdomen.
Every body part was checked, yet there wasn't any sense of trauma on the body.
And how did Sasuke actually die?
Shobai must suspect Kanade because of some evidence. Let's look for a reason to suspect Kanade from the comment of others. That's wrong!
We couldn't look at every piece, because one was
We didn't
missing.
have every piece.
Isn't that right? Kanade.
Kanade. He just likes saying that. Kanade.
Wait, Nikkei, did you say that we searched through every body part?
Yeah, it was hard for my eyes to do it, but we meant to do.
What you just said reminded me. It seems like every part was carefully laid on the altar, but that's not the truth. One part, to be precise, the abdomen, was missing. Right, Shobai?
Yes, me for. That was right. The body was missing the hip up to the part below the chest.
Oh, he was actually winning the monocle fire as well, if I recall correctly. The area on the stomach was missing.
Wait, the fact that they deliberately got rid of that part, that must mean there was some clue on the abdomen area.
Oh, maybe they stabbed her there. They might have tried to hide the cause of death. Now you're thinking. But why? I doubt there's a reason important enough for them to hide it. Or was actually.
And what's that?
I don't know this, but the stab mark on a body is different depending on the hand you use.
Interesting.
Huh. You sure you can determine whether a stabber is left-handed or right-handed using the marks? I know I switched it. Really? But what does that have to do with hiding the cause of death? Say only 10% of the people are left-handed. Majority are right-handed. I reckon that this might be likely the situation amongst us as well. Now, what if we mark the indicated the left-hand person had stabbed the missing abdomen?
You suggesting that the culprit is left-handed.
I think it's a possibility.
Kanade, I'm asking this just in case. What hand do you usually use?
My left hand.
You could have easily lied there. There's no way we could have checked.
I mean, Hibiki would know.
Nikkei knows. It's in his fucking notes.
Yeah, true. Nikkei probably knows everything about them.
True, I mean, when you're in this position, lying won't help you.
Blah, blah, blah.
That was amazing. Of all that, just from the missing abdomen? How in the world does your thought process work?
I played this game before.
Yeah.
There's only one thing I'd like to ask Shobai. How do you know that Kanade was left-handed?
I didn't.
You did suspect her based on the fact that she was the culprit, was left-handed, right? Well, she's the guitarist, right? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
The girl did some performance thingy on the second island, right? In front of the shrine.
You know, the time when you guys thought Hibiki was gonna die?
Yeah.
The guitar that she
Well, it was
used-
actually important to this case.
Yep.
You remember from that long ago? Wait, maybe all of a sudden you were just pretending that you weren't interested in us, but you really were?
No, you just
But
pays
yeah,
attention to
sure.
things.
No, I'm just not stupid.
Don't make me laugh. You might be under the impression that you finally solved this case with your incredible intellect. The fucking. But if we're talking about lefties, there are plenty of people here who are left-handed besides me. Like the Warhol.
I use this exclusively to draw porn and nothing else.
Oh, wait, what? Me? And how do you know that I was left-handed? Wait, that doesn't even matter right now.
You always grab your pen with your left hand, right? How could anyone miss something that simple?
I did.
Yeah, but she
I'm
doesn't.
sorry.
She doesn't fit in the time frame.
And Shoba, you still haven't solved the condition of the gate records. Contradiction. You need to move the body from the porch to the ghost house in Block A somehow.
Well, it's pretty clear you put him in the trolley.
Put them in the bags too. if you put the body parts in the bag, you wouldn't be really that suspicious looking.
Even with the increase of accomplishments and requirements, it's still impossible.
I'm so sorry, Missy, but that ain't quite the case.
What?
You really think that I'd suspect you just from stabbing marks? It's just a conviction. As long as Evan was actually found, I have material proof of stab wounds. So to come up with a reason why the culprit had to go through the hassle of getting rid of that part.
And how do you solve the contradiction of the gate records?
Go over them now.